So everybody's had the minutes there. Okay, we'll call this meeting to order at 5:12. We'll look at the approval to approve the March 2026 meeting minutes. You all should have those in front of you. JJ, the only change I made to the minutes you presented, Aaron Houchin's name was spelled wrong. It's all good. It was like our and the HOURCHIN. It's all good. It was probably like our chin. That's all I saw. Everything else we originally, like I said, they'll mention the inventory that we just changed plans. Do I have a motion to?
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes.
I'll say.
Okay, old business parks inventory. Like I said, I think we're going to postpone that today. Really, our only city park property that would have had to have been considered would have been, hey George, this park. And so, as much as, I mean, you guys are here, and I feel like if there's a need, you guys are seeing that firsthand. You know, there's not much we're going to be doing right now with that. So, unless there's a need that you think that we need to be addressed. Playground plans, Midstate Rep has not really been all that communicative, so that makes our decision a little easier for the recommendation that Liz and I will bring later in our playground meeting. They can't really deliver anything under $800,000 after being asked several times. Vicky's updating Carly weekly because the crowdfunder does not allow us to see all giving. Giving is right now about $18,000, but I don't even think that includes, you'll see the handout that I gave you. I think Carly said that's not including everything we made late in the week from the El Compadre match.
Nor does it include El Compadre, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's only going to show you the last crowdfunder, which is fine because I mean Vicky only was able to do this on Friday, so everything that we got in, well, 15th was Wednesday, but it was kind of slow there between the weekend. But we didn't make enough to make that $1,000 match from the Crane Credit Union the weekend before, and now we were able to do the $1,000 match again with El Compadre. And supposedly I'm getting a pie in the face tonight, so yay raw. So I forgot to bring a softball. Somebody suggested bring a softball mask, so in case she just has to try to break my nose. She's not gonna break my nose. I know she's not. But that is happening today, I guess. So right now it says 18,000, but it really is probably going to be more towards 20,000, I think, because it should have $2,000 more. We just met the El Compadre grant thing, so if we do more of those. I talked to Hoosier Hills today. They're game for that, to do something like that as well for us. So that's a whole nother $2,000 in a week's time. So I feel like we need to talk to Vicki about changing the deadline. Right now it says there's 11 days left, so people are being misled.
I think Carly was.
Marla had asked me what to put. She works for the foundation now, and she's like, what do I put for the deadline? I'm like, you guys determine the deadline. She's like, but I won't list it right now. But then when people started asking about the deadline, and she screenshot their post, that Lisa was asking questions about it. She goes, well, what is it? The crowdfunder says 11 days, and you're saying you're not even telling us the deadline. So Marla came clean and said the deadline is December 31st, which I feel like it's really the 15th, but
it is.
She's new there, and she wasn't talking to Hope, and she was just talking to Judy Plow, and neither one of them had the paperwork in front of them. I said, I'm pretty sure it's December 15th, but she got nervous and she just wanted to be transparent. So now people know it's December. Okay, still, we don't want to wait around, so we just have to make sure the public knows that we're not trying to be misleading. Crowdfunder only lets you do a certain amount of time, and I think that's what Vicki did. I think she probably did as much as she could, and now she can extend it, but they kind of want to really, make it urgent, because people will give. So I think they probably advised her to make it like a certain, like 2 months, and that's what she did, and now it just looks like we only have 11 more days to raise $700,000, so. Well, in this case, 30,000, but, that's what they're about. They're about helping you meet an end goal or a small thing. So I understand, but she can't extend it at this time, I think. we'll talk more about those events. Play It Forward on July 25th, so please mark your calendars. And the November Gala. The one thing that we did, that thankfully the Finance Committee has thought ahead and said these are events that we can have every year, and all the money can go back towards sustainability. So those people that say who's going to maintain it or whatever, whatever that looks like, whether it's purchasing additional parts or helping fund labor, whatever it means, that's something that we can say that we have a plan for that. There's also some software that you can download that allows volunteers to sign up. We're using it for the rail. Basically, it's allows people to sign up to work shifts, and for whatever reason, whether it's community service or just like the Girl Scouts or the Boy Scouts want to sign up and walk the trail and pick up trash, they can do that, and then you know that it is, and people have to report back with pictures showing that they actually did the work, that kind of thing. So that's something we could look into too, is some sort of portal that was easily handled. It could be easily handled on site or in-house, that we actually could get volunteers to do the work. Land and water conservation funds, we learned at the parks or at the trail meeting that those are available. Didn't get an email from them, but just happened to corner that dude, and he said they're available every other year now to the public. Last year they told us they weren't going to be available at all for that $50,000 grant match, but this year they are. Now mind you, the grant applications are due in July sometime, and then we probably wouldn't get the money till the very end of the year. But either way, if we got a $50,000 grant match, that's another $100,000 towards our total. But like I said, we still got to either show the money or match the money at that state. So there's an opportunity there. That's why I'd like to be able to finish this grant up now, or this matching grant with the foundation now, so we can move forward, because we can't do two at a time. We wouldn't even be considered if that was the case. You see a mural there. Seth Johnson reached out and proposed to me, and I told him I'd have to bring it to you guys. Donated labor. He has a passion for the pool. He was the pool manager and head lifeguard for several years, and he really did a valiant effort when he really did a lot of work. And of course his father worked for the city at the time. I'm not sure he does anymore, and so they could work closely, and he just really put a lot of time and energy into doing good things for the pool. And so he'd still like to continue to do that. You'll see a picture of a mural that he's proposed to do. He wants to donate his labor. He said he could get this done by July 25th, so we could incorporate into the July 25th block bash a ribbon cutting or a unveiling. Obviously people will see him when he's working on it, but we can cover it up with a cloth and do a special little thing. That's something he's thinking. He donates his labor. He said he thinks he can work with Ace Hardware to get a lot of his supplies donated if this is what he was doing. That's one thing he always did with Marvin, and anytime they saw him doing something, for the community, they were good to help him. Now, I told him the one thing we'd be concerned about is maintenance and sustainability, because we know with murals, you don't treat the brick right, you don't seal it, but he has done these kind of things before, and he said you could write up a plan. I said I need something in writing showing what your plan is to not only seal it, but to also be on hand for any kind of touch up, or if we going and moving to South Dakota and leaving us behind with this chipped up mess on the wall. I don't know. I've always wanted to do something there, whether it just be paint it and do some signage on it, but I think this is pretty cool, and he's a pretty talented artist. If you've not seen anything, you can go to his website and his Facebook page and see a lot of what he's done. I know when he first started out, everybody kind of knew him as a spray paint kid, but he's done a lot more since then. So, any thoughts?
What's the H for?
Huh? It's a ladder, I think. I don't think it was meant to be. I think he probably used some I think he used some AI on this. Hey! For what? Oh, picture. Where are you going? Get back in here. No, you guys are good. We're finishing up our regularly scheduled meeting, and then we'll do your picture. Okay. No, you're good. So, any thoughts, Mayor?
Oh, I think he's got a plan, like when he need to start.
I would be, like I said, he was going to approach, Marvin and Suzanne about those donations, so I'd want him to be able, if he can't do that, we need to know how much it's gonna be, yeah. But I thought it was just something that would be a neat addition to that event, and obviously, this is great if it's open. If it's not open, you know, it is what it is. So, I guess I'm gonna tell him, and I can trust him because he was dealing with the same thing. It's about the time we had that thing. So, I think that, I can trust him if I talk to him about that.
No, we'll know in a week or two.
In a week or two. Okay. Oh, nice. Okay.
It does look real nice though.
I think it's very nice.
Looks very nice.
Okay. Tonight, pictures, Peggy Gherkin, the Perez's, MHS Basketball, Presbyterian Church, and Crane Credit Union. Everybody brought their picture. Look, did you brush your hair, Mark? Okay. Everybody's in pictures today. Sorry, Liza. Were you in pictures last time? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought maybe you and
I
Mike had both.
got left out.
Oh, yeah. You didn't get left out. You didn't want to be in the pictures. It's not, nobody's getting out of pictures today. All right. And if you've not provided, and if she's not asked you, that's okay too. But Carly's looking, you'll see that she's done some testimonials and profiles of some of our playground committee board members. So we'd like to do that for us too. I'm still sending Lori stuff to put on the parks board, but I know we're getting more visibility from playgrounds. So I'm going to give Carly permission. I need to let Lori know that anytime, that's one of Carly's things to do, is to reach out to Lori and say, share this. As often as Carly posts, there's no way I'm going to ask Lori to, share everything she posts. But like each week when she posts, like the updated amounts, she's doing that at a certain time. I asked Lori to kind of look for those posts, and I do have some scheduled posts this week, but I just don't have time to send those and organize them and do the social media images. And I want to keep people looking at our page, but more than anything, I'd rather them go to the playground page. So that's where this information would go, testimonials. So I think she said find some pictures of you on a park or on a playground, or maybe you with your kids on a playground on a park, and then she'll ask you some questions. So hook up with her tonight. Oh, she's not gonna be here, is she? Okay, we can get some information and she can reach out to you guys to do that. All right, next scheduled meeting, May 18th. This is our third Monday meeting, probably followed by a playground meeting. So
Are we gonna
Back-
go through all the parks that time, or?
Sure.
I don't know.
At 4:30.
4:30, we'll do 4:30. I think it's okay to table that right now. Are you guys okay with
Yes.
that?
Steve?
Okay, I have a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Alright, we'll get started shortly with our other meeting. Okay, let me see.
Do you
I bet, did I keep that dry erase marker from one
Sally.
last one?
All right, back
Oh,
there.
it's up there, okay.